excited to be here. My name is Kahraman Yigit. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Olive Hospitality. And unlike most of you here in the room today, I'm not a tech startup founder. I'm actually a traditional bricks and mortar real estate guy who became a hotelier by accident in the pandemic. But I could say, my relationship with technology is I'm a geek, a user, maybe a nerd of tech, let's say. I think that would be probably the best way to put it. So today, I'd like to tell you about what we're doing at Olive and how has technology and AI helped us on our journey and, what's also cooking. So, you might wonder, why do I have a rolling luggage on the screen over here? So I actually want to talk about disruption. So the rolling luggage actually was invented in 1970. So a gentleman decided to put some wheels on this traditional suitcase, where it made it obviously easier to carry. And, as society, we all like to preserve status quo, and we always resist change. And that resistance not only comes from single location, but usually does end up coming from multiple areas. So actually, when this luggage was first introduced, the resistance came from the man saying that, carrying luggage is a masculine thing. So we're not going to let go of that. We'll still carry our own luggage. So it took some time for this to get adapted. It was only in the 90s when airline crew start using this, then it went viral. And, that resistance is always there, especially with AI, automation, taking jobs. I think, this is from last year. So now container terminal and ports are pretty much automated to an extent where a handful of people and using agentic tools are able to operate large-scale port operations. And I think, the most sophisticated operation in the civil world is actually airport operations. And we are seeing that air traffic control towers are gone now. I mean, you look at London City Airport, that's become a pole with cameras on it, and they have a remote air traffic control tower where they're managing the whole airport operations from a remote location. So, as I said, I'm a hotelier by accident, and it was a pandemic-induced innovation, switch. And what happened is, in the pandemic, so we operate about 100 hotels across 13 cities, 7 states. And most of our properties are small properties, about 45 rooms each. And we operate at the budget segment, so please evaluate things in that context. So what we saw in the pandemic was that occupancies are low, customers are hard to come by, and we having to man the receptions 24/7. And especially at night shift, we saw that you might have 1 or 2 guests who might check in or who might be no-shows, but we're having to man those receptions. And I think I was introduced to video conferencing on second day of lockdown when I downloaded Zoom and I opened up and I saw my colleagues on the screen, and that was quite cool. And I was like, wow, this is really something. And I think it was a university in New York who was trying to bring back the Chinese students who were actually the only paying students at the school. But because of the lockdowns, they couldn't travel. And what they did was they set up a remote campus at a co-working facility, and they said students to go over there. So at that point, we kind of scratched our heads, and we said, if you're able to educate people with this tool, with this technology, I think we can definitely check in people, because we had so much inefficiency in what we were doing. So it was in 2021 when we put a 27-screen device at our receptions, and we centralized our receptions to a central location at our HQ and here in Bangalore. And basically now, from a single station, we are managing 25 receptions. And it was only last year when one of our guests took a picture and posted online saying that peak Bangalore moment, virtual receptionists are here. And that's when we got a big reaction. So, I mean, half of the people said amazing innovation, as you can see, and half of the people said, what is this? This is not hospitality. But, when we look back at hospitality, so the first hotel was opened in Japan in 8th century. And that didn't have a reception. I mean, reception desk is fairly a new addition into hotel design. And it's actually doing clerical work. So, I mean, I'd like to ask the audience, when you went to a hotel, and those of you who've traveled from outside of Bangalore, you've checked into your hotel room, how long did it take you to check in? I mean, minimum, it's 5 minutes to 10 minutes. And if you have a queue, good luck. If you have an airline crew in front of you, then that's half an hour. Now, you know, in India, we do have to collect ID. We have to do ID verification. In US, you don't have that burden, and many hotels have adapted the mobile digital key. But with that said, we do believe, you know, hospitality is about the human touch. I mean, we do have the tech stack to eliminate the reception in total, and, you know, we could have a kiosk or a check you on your mobile. And we call those hotels high-tech, low-touch. But we felt that, you know, one thing that we never want to let go, no matter how much we automate, we would like to retain that human element. So we call ourselves high-tech, but high-touch. And even at a budget level, at 2,500 rupees a night, we are able to do this. And what happened is we didn't actually, how do you say, we actually squeezed out the inefficiency out of the system, because you had a receptionist who was sitting over there waiting for a guest who might or who might not come. They're not delivering you hospitality 90% of the time. So this allowed us to rethink the whole hotel experience. So the moment you remove the reception desk, this is a picture from our Brookfield property, which is really close by, actually. Suddenly that lobby area frees up, and we converted that lobby area into a coffee shop, so it's a revenue-generating real estate. So that was one layer. And okay, we're here. So, and obviously, now what happened is every conversation goes recorded at every interaction we have at the reception. And we have a AI layer on top of that where we're analyzing every word spoken while that interaction is happening. So this is basically the typical setup. In most of our hotels, we still retain the reception desk. The day shift, we will have people there, at least one person. But the night shift, pretty much 25 hotels are now being managed with about 3 remote receptionists, as we call it. And over here, you know, as well as the video conferencing tool and having the AI analytics layer on top of that video, the scripting tool, we have another AI audio video analytics tool that we use. So you see a high-quality microphone over there. And that microphone basically captures every word spoken. And if the guest says, I like water bottles, I need my sheets changed, my AC is broken, whatever grievance is there, before you would tell that to a hotel staff. Now, you can tell it to our staff, but without that staff having to make a call, the system registers it, and it creates a ticket. And then, you know, we are able to act on it. So, and that's the audio analytics. And in the back, we have the AI-enabled camera system, where we're able to do intrusion detection, crowd analysis, fire detection, weapon detection, falling person, pointing person. I mean, you know, it allowed us to really have the highest situational awareness with the lowest manpower ratio. And the moment you bring in the digital door locks, then you have a fully remotely managed hotel system. So this is at our HQ. And over here, you know, our team members, a couple of things changed. Obviously, the hotel reception design changed, but the job descriptions changed as well. So instead of hiring receptionists, now we start looking for remote receptionists. It took us some time to first invent the job, write the description, and sell it to people. But what we realized is we were able to dramatically increase the job satisfaction over here, because suddenly that person who was sitting, waiting there for a guest who might or who might not come, suddenly they're able to check in a guest in Bangalore. Next moment, they're checking a guest in Goa. Next moment, they're checking a guest in Vijayawada. So we say that, you know, we're able to deploy our staff globally at 67% speed of light. That's how fast data travels across fiber optic networks. So there's nothing stopping us to export top Indian hospitality talent globally. And, you know, we don't need a plane ticket or a visa to do this. So with that said, we feel no matter how much we automate, no matter which segment that we operate in, I think, that human element is something that we don't want to let go of. And actually, just like in Andrew Carnegie's times, machines replace physical labor. And I think, we're very fortunate enough that we are in the midst of a technological revolution where artificial intelligence tools are actually replacing mundane, repetitive tasks. So in our case, in hotels, you go to the reception. The receptionist is doing clerical work. They're doing data entry into a property management system. They're not even looking at you. So I think, we'd like to change that. And this is already happening in multiple ways. And, centralizing these receptions at a customer level, obviously the experience, they don't feel the tech so much. This is mostly on the back end, but at the HQ level, at a portfolio level, the efficiency gains have been huge. At a unit level, at the property, we've been able to bring down our manpower ratio from 0.7 to 0.3. It's almost a 60% efficiency gain. And on top of that, we were able to drastically elevate the guest experience. So, I mean, no grievance goes unresolved. So I'll give you one example. We have our mission control HQ is 24/7 setup. We have our auditing team over there as well as the front office team. And, we have a common WhatsApp group. And one morning I woke up, I'm going through my messages. And then I was looking at, what complaints came last night. And then also did the same thing on my LinkedIn. And I saw one angry guest who's written me a long mail on LinkedIn saying that we didn't have toothbrush and a toothpaste. And it was just like exponential reaction. I didn't expect it that much. But then when I went to Mission Control to took a screenshot and shared this, over there, Voice AI had already caught this, alerted our team. Our team ordered Blinkit. They got the toothbrush and the toothpaste. And then it was like 6:50 or something in the morning, and the guest has written, I want it by 7 a.m., I'm going to leave. So, and he left his number. I called him. He was sleeping. I woke him up, and I said, we got your toothbrush. He was very happy to hear that. And, the reason I'm telling you this is at hotels, at hospitality, usually, if you have a sour experience, we'll go and leave a Google review or a Booking.com, Make My Trip, whichever platform we might have come in at. And hotel brands usually react to that. That's damage control. We are reacting to it. But this tech stack is enabling us to intercept the guest journey the moment that service is being delivered. And we are able to turn a sour experience into a positive experience. So with that said, I think the future is really exciting, and what we are really looking at is now, at this moment, whether it's the audio scripting tool, where is the analysis tool on that, where is the audio analytics, video analytics, at guest experience management, auditing, reputation management. I mean, today, we use about 30 different tools to deliver one service. And this is really fragmented. And we're looking, obviously, none of these tech tools we don't own. We work with many companies like the ones who are exhibiting here or you're from. We work with partners, both hardware on the software side, and we try to deliver a unified service. But I think, going forward, and this is happening day by day, we are going to see consolidation over here. But I think, the end result is that we're going to be able to deliver a much better service and, remove all that clerical work, remove all the admin stuff. And I think, that mid-level management's responsibilities are going to be taken care by the AI tools that we use, whether it's one tool or 10 different tools. But at the end of the day, the outcome is the same. And it's going to free us up, where we can really focus on the guest and the guest experience. So, I mean, what you see over here, this is, again, AI-generated, but you have the Meta glasses. We have the hardware there today. You bring in the audio, video analytics tool on top of it. Today, the ones who flew in, you might have used Digiata when you're coming in. All you need is a DigiLocker API integration, and I can greet Mr. Akshay when he's walking up to me. I know when he stayed last time with us, we'll know what he ordered, whether he likes his coffee with milk or not. So, I mean, I think the personalization angle of it, the guest-facing angle of it, is just going to really elevate us to, deliver hospitality in much better ways that we've never done before. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be with you today. And